Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Josh Ezel, Breakthrough Real Estate, Property Management, and Handyman Services. Today we're going to be talking about how it's a small world. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We really appreciate it. I'm kind of speechless because there's nothing really good to say that doesn't sound cheesy as heck, and I hate it. But seriously, please hit that like and subscribe button below. It means the world to us. We're trying to grow our family, we're trying to get more views, and it helps us a lot. And so we really appreciate it. Okay, so if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit them right now, and let's move on. All right, property management. There are a lot of companies out there, right? But so many of them, around the 15th or the 20th of the month, you get the check and you're like, where the heck did our rent go? That's where Breakthrough Real Estate and Property Management comes in. All right. Other times, you're like, okay, can you please minimize the expenses? It's kind of killing me here. Breakthrough Real Estate and Property Management. That's where we come in. If you have a property management company and you're like, hey guys, it's been a month, any word on a tenant coming in? You need to call Breakthrough Real Estate and Property Management. We are here to help. We're based on the 3 pillars, which is maximize your occupancy, minimize your expenses, and maximize your rents. That's what we specialize in. Not only are we good at it, but we make sure you get your money ASAP. There's a method to our madness, and you're gonna love it. So give us a call. Brokerage. If you're looking for a new brokerage, give us a call. We've got the splits, we've got the leads, we've got the platforms, we've got the CRMs, we've got the contract admin, we've got everything you need to take your career to the next level. Please give me a call. I'd love to talk with you. Next, if you're looking to buy or sell your home, we will get you top dollar. It's a record market right now. Not only can we get you top dollar, but we will also help you find that perfect home. We are on every off-market list. We know all the wholesalers. If it's on market, off market, we're gonna help you find it. We'll help you get the best deal on it. Last but not least, our Handyman Company. I created the Handyman Company because we kept getting burned in property management. There's a need for good, quality, affordable, warranted work. And that's where the Handyman Company comes in. If you have a laundry list of things, give us a call. You know, we're not contractors. We're not going to remodel your home. But if you need help with fans, lights, small plumbing issues, toilets, vanities, paint, some landscaping stuff, when in doubt, just give us a call. Chances are we can help you. All right. I think that's about it. Last but not least, we've partnered with Real Geeks, and so there's going to be a link below. Honestly, it's just a great CRM. It's what we use, and we do a lot of training and tutorials on it, and we're working on an awesome discount, but still, truly speaking, as a brokerage owner, I've spent thousands of dollars on CRMs before. This is affordable. It offers all the bells and whistles. They have this new AI technology, which is amazing. And if you haven't checked it out, check it out. So check that out below too, last but not least. All right, let's jump right in. Picture this, 2008, I just got my real estate license. I'm a single dad. I have approximately, I think she was 3 years old, maybe 4, depending on what time of the year it was. And I'm a new agent wanting to launch my real estate career. I attend classes, anything and everything possible. Somewhere along the lines, they're like, you know what you should do? You should farm and you should door knock. And getting face-to-face, owning your neighborhood, it's a great thing to do. Well, I just moved into the neighborhood. I'm a good listener, so I start brainstorming what kind of stuff can I do monthly to grow my audience, to truly build my foundation in my real estate career. All right, so I'm thinking, well, I want to do a newsletter, okay, but I want it to be authentic. I don't want it to be canned. I don't want people to think I'm only out for the sake of real estate. So I'm not comfortable only doing like one newsletter. So I ended up deciding I'm gonna do 2 newsletters. One geared towards real estate, one geared towards the neighborhood, and just not even touching real estate, just neighborhood related. All right, so I get it together. I ask my dad to help write an article. I write an article. I find like a comic strip. We get like a recipe. We just kind of pick all these little sources, right? And so we put together our first newsletter. I go to my title rep at the time and I said, hey, can you get me the information on this neighborhood? She says, okay. And then she prints off the list. And at the time it was, all the stickies that have everybody in the neighborhood's address, right? So I pick those up, and then I get my bulk mail thing, so I don't have to worry about stamps. So I'm trying to lay the foundation the best I can, okay? So approximately 500 people in my neighborhood, and I decide I'm gonna door knock about 100 of the nearest neighbors around me, and that's what we're gonna do. So I print them all out. Takes, for those of you, 15 years ago that were printing off your own flyers, do you remember how annoying it was to try to line up the addresses perfectly? Trying to line up, where the stamp thing goes to your return address on every single form, right? And then especially if you're going to be printing off the address stickers, which happen later on by yourself, how hard it was to get them to line up perfectly on every single form, trial and error. So that alone takes time. Then you print off 500. Okay, now I'm a struggling realtor. I just came from Men's Warehouse. That's another really good story. I'm gonna remember that one. Okay, I had just come from Men's Warehouse. I didn't have a lot of money. So, sweat equity is the best equity at that point in time. So, printing them off, boom, boom, fold, sticker, fold, 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 sticker, fold, 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 sticker, 500. Okay, now that they're stickered, now it's time for the address. So, boom, address, boom, address, boom, address. 500 of those. Finally done. That took hours and hours and hours. Okay, so now I have these huge stacks of stuff ready to go out. So take it down to the big old post office, because you had to go to the bulk post office, mail those. But I kept off my 100 that I was gonna hand deliver. Now, get back home, and it's whatever time of year it was, and I'm like, well, single dad, I can't leave my daughter at home. Well, Mollybug, I'm gonna throw you in the wagon. You could hold all my flyers, and let's get going. So I lived on the corner home, so you go down and we hang our right, and we just start knocking. So boom, boom, met the neighbor next to me. It's like, hi, my name's Josh. I'm with Prudential, and I went down my spiel. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be doing a monthly newsletter, and this one is just for our community. And if you have anything you'd love to share, please, my number's on the bottom there. Let me know. I'd love to share it. Yard sales, lost dogs, you name it. Let's put this there. It's like next door before there was one. So down, 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 right? Many people answered, many people didn't, but almost everybody was so pleasantly surprised that I wasn't trying to sell anything. That was the whole point. So first one out, that took days, and oh my gosh, learning lessons up the wazoo. So 2 weeks later, it's time for the investor one, right? So I find like 10 or 15 of the best properties that I could, put them in there with a little bit of information, share whatever's needed, and then boom, 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 put it together. And so, did it again. So went down there, picked up my stickers from my title rep, printed them all off, folded them, stickered them, put the thing on. It took days again. And this time, went out and boom, knocking on doors. And this time it's like, hey, you remember me? Here's my investor stuff. I am a realtor, and hey, I'm trying to start a property management company. I'd love to help you. These are my top investments right now. Let me know. And so we just went down again. So that took place for about 3 or 4 months. And at that point in time, it started to take off. So at about the 4th month, I had people calling me, hey, we want to have a yard sale. I lost my dog. Hey, by the way, can we start advertising in your little newsletter for our neighborhood? Absolutely. So between like 4 and 6 months, it just kind of took off and started having life of its own, where people were giving me content finally, and it was wonderful. Well, I met a woman, things had gone great, we had gotten engaged, and we decided we were gonna buy a home. And that home happened to be in Surprise. So after about a year, I had to wrap up my newsletter because there's no way I was going to be able to keep up on this neighborhood while I was over there, and I wanted to actually duplicate it and put something over here. So cool story was, and I don't know what ended up happening, if they ended up doing anything from it, but a person actually asked me permission if they could kind of keep it up, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, here you go. So they ended up taking over that newsletter, and I should check on that actually. But we moved to Surprise, okay? And I started a new newsletter in our neighborhood over there, okay? But that's beside the point. Fast forward to 2015. September 21st, actually, when I'm recording this, it was yesterday, September 21st. It was our 6-year anniversary yesterday. But I launched the brokerage. We launched with a great handful of agents. One of them happened to be really good friends with a woman named Sandy. Now, Sandy and her went to school together and went to real estate school together, got their licenses together, and they wanted to work together. So of course, she wanted me to talk to Sandy and wanted her to come on board. So met with Sandy and her husband. Wonderful couple. And so we hit it off, and of course they wanted to join. Well, randomly one day in training, Sandy's like, Josh, did you used to go around handing out like flyers or newsletters with your daughter in a wagon by chance? Yeah? We were in that neighborhood. We lived in that neighborhood. You used to give us your flyers. We used to get your flyers back in the day. No kidding. Holy crap. What a small freaking world. She was a kindergarten teacher back in the day, and I had just gotten my real estate license. Here we are, 7 years later or so, and now here I am, a brokerage owner. She's one of my first agents, and as a matter of fact, she was one of my best agents. The story a couple weeks ago about people knocking on FSBO's doors, being a great teacher, a great student. Teachers oftentimes make great students. She was my best agent basically so far. So I love how small the world is sometimes, you know, and it just goes to show, always put your best foot forward. You never know when it's going to come back around, right? If you enjoyed the story, please leave your comments below. Let me know. I know there's a billion cases of it being a small world out there. Please share your stories. I'd love to hear what some of these things that have happened with you. And while you're at it below, go ahead and check out all the links from our websites to our swag. We'd love to help you. All right. Again, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't yet. It really means the world to us. And thank you so very much for watching. All right. We'll talk to you next week.